Born in 2006, Barron Trump arrived in a world of luxury and opulence, receiving gifts that most newborns couldn't even dream of. While typical babies are showered with clothes and toys, Barron's presence reflected the extravagance of his family's lifestyle. One memorable gift came from talk show host Ellen DeGeneres, who sent Barron a golden stroller topped with a chandelier attachment, a quirky compliment to the lavish gold interiors of Donald Trump's $100 million New York penthouse. "It was a funny gift," Melania Trump, Barron's mother, said with a smile. Ellen wasn't the only notable name sending gifts. Legendary journalist Barbara Walters gave him an oversized stuffed dog, while fashion designer Dennis Basso sent a luxurious mink blanket. As Barron grew, his love for soccer became a recurring theme. In 2018, after the US-Russia summit in Helsinki, Russian President Vladimir Putin gifted Donald Trump a Telstar 18, the official soccer ball of the World Cup. Trump tossed the ball to Melania, announcing it would go to Barron. But the gift sparked security concerns, with Republican Senator Lindsey Graham tweeting, "If it were me, I'd check the ball for listening devices and never let it into the White House." The Secret Service did inspect the ball, which featured an NFC chip for World Cup-related information like match schedules and player stats. Despite assurances of its harmlessness, it's unclear if Barron ever got to play with it. Another standout moment came in 2019 when Mongolian President Khaltmaa Batulga gifted Barron a horse during a visit to Washington, D.C. Although the horse stayed in Mongolia, Trump named it Victory, calling it beautiful after seeing a photo. The Trump family was deeply touched by the gesture, according to White House spokesperson Stephanie Grisham. From golden strollers to symbolic horses, Barron's early years were marked by gifts that showcased a life of privilege. His spacious playroom, brimming with toys and treasures from around the world, serves as a reminder of the extraordinary life he was born into. While most kids use everyday lotions, Barron Trump's skincare routine was anything but ordinary. His nightly ritual included a luxurious caviar-infused moisturizer from Melania Trump's premium beauty line, Caviar Complexi 6. Barron arrived during a golden era for his father, Donald Trump. Born into a legacy of wealth and power, he inherited the weight of a family empire few could imagine. In 1971, Donald Trump took the reins of his father's real estate business, rebranding it as the Trump Organization and expanding from Queens and Brooklyn into the heart of Manhattan. Over the years, Trump owned Miss Universe, Miss USA, and Miss Teen USA, and became a household name as the producer and host of The Apprentice from 2003 to 2015. Despite enduring 6 bankruptcies, Trump's fortune now sits at an estimated $6.5 billion, earning him a spot among the 500 wealthiest people in the world. On January 20th, 2017, he was sworn in as the 45th President of the United States. Barron's mother, Melania Trump, brought elegance and poise to her role as First Lady. Born in Slovenia in 1970 to a well-off family, she started modeling at just 16. Her career took her to the fashion capitals of Paris, Milan, and New York, where she built a thriving jewelry and cosmetics business long before marrying Donald Trump in 2005. With an estimated net worth of $50 million, Melania is among the richest first ladies in American history. As the youngest of 5 Trump children, Barron grew up in a unique position, both in timing and circumstance. His older siblings, born from Trump's previous marriages, share similar experiences of opulence and privilege. Each received a world-class education and carved out impressive careers. Despite the significant age gap and their demanding lives, Barron's relationships with his siblings have been a steady source of support, grounding him during his formative years in the extraordinary Trump legacy. The prestige of world-class residences. Barron Trump's life has been shaped by his father's rise from a real estate mogul to the President of the United States. While his surroundings evolved, one thing remained constant: Barron has always lived in extraordinary luxury. As a young child, Barron lived with his family in a lavish 3-story penthouse atop Trump Tower on Fifth Avenue in New York City. The penthouse was nothing short of opulence, featuring gold and diamond front doors, marble floors, and ceilings adorned with intricate Greek mythology-inspired artwork. Designed by Angelo D'Anghiera, a celebrated interior designer who drew inspiration from the grandeur of Louis XIV, the space perfectly embodied elite luxury. Barron had his own dedicated area within the penthouse, a reflection of the elegance surrounding him. When Donald Trump won the 2016 presidential election and became the 45th president of the United States, the family moved into the White House. At just 11 years old, Barron became the first child to live there since John F. Kennedy Jr. in 1963. His room was customized to his preferences, ensuring he felt at home. The move to Washington, D.C. was even delayed so Barron could finish his school year, highlighting the family's focus on his education and stability. The White House added a new layer of exclusivity to Barron's life. His room was stocked with luxury toiletries and all the essentials to ensure comfort. Beyond his personal space, Barron had access to incredible amenities, including a private movie theater, a swimming pool, and even a bowling alley. To make the transition seamless, the bowling alley was updated with shoes in his size, and the movie collection was refreshed to suit his tastes. The family also personalized their residence, decorating 6 bedrooms to reflect their preferences and turning this historic landmark into a home. While most kids his age were navigating school hallways, Barron strolled the corridors of one of the most iconic buildings in the world, under the constant protection of the Secret Service. Yet, despite the public nature of his father's presidency, Barron maintained an impressive level of privacy. His appearances were rare, often limited to official trips with his parents or moments boarding Air Force One or Marine One. Since Donald Trump's loss in his bid for re-election and his departure from the White House, speculation swirled late last year about where the Trumps would settle post-presidency. While many assumed they would return to the top 3 floors of Trump Tower in New York, the family instead relocated to Mar-a-Lago, Trump's beloved Golden Mansion in Palm Beach, Florida. Mar-a-Lago, meaning sea to lake in Spanish, spans over 5,810 square meters between the Atlantic Ocean and Lake Worth. It is the second largest estate in Florida, after Versailles in Windermere, and the 20th largest in the United States. Built in 1927 by Marjorie Meriwether Post, heir to the Postum cereal company and the wealthiest woman in America at the time, the property originally cost $7 million to construct, roughly $120 million today. After Post's death in 1973, Mar-a-Lago was gifted to the U.S. government and became a national asset. In 1985, Donald Trump purchased the estate for approximately $10 million. Initially his private residence for 8 years, Trump transformed Mar-a-Lago into a world-class golf club, luxury resort, and spa catering to the elite. Despite its public functions, a private, secluded section of the property remains exclusively for the Trump family. By 2018, Forbes estimated Mar-a-Lago's value at $160 million, a significant increase since Trump's acquisition. Since moving to Mar-a-Lago, Barron has maintained a low profile, rarely appearing in the media alongside his father. However, during Easter 2024, Barron, now 18, made a rare appearance with his mother, Melania, at an Easter luncheon at Mar-a-Lago. Videos from attendees captured Barron towering over the crowd, dressed sharply in a tailored suit, leather shoes, and a bright yellow tie. His height, reportedly over 2 meters, became a focal point, alongside his confident demeanor as he smiled, posed for photos, and even gave a thumbs up. Just days later, Barron was back in the spotlight when he joined his parents on stage in West Palm Beach, Florida, as Donald Trump delivered a victory speech, declaring himself the 47th president of the United States. While Trump's announcement captivated political circles, the internet was fixated on one question: how tall is Barron Trump? Barron's iconic gentleman style. From a young age, Barron Trump has embraced a wardrobe of tailored sophistication, with custom designs crafted to suit his preferences and needs. As the son of former model Melania Trump, known for her impeccable fashion sense, Barron has always been dressed to reflect his position as both the child of a real estate mogul and a U.S. president. Melania once shared that Barron avoids bright, flashy colors, preferring a more mature aesthetic. As a result, he is often seen in tailored suits, crisp shirts, and formal trousers. Nicknamed a mini Donald Trump, Barron gravitates toward classic dark suits with meticulous detailing that exude masculinity and elegance. With his polished appearance, calm demeanor, and refined style, Barron rarely misses the mark. He frequently opts for perfectly tailored suits, pairing them with light-colored shirts and understated ties, a noticeable contrast to his father's penchant for bold, colorful ties. One memorable behind-the-scenes moment during Trump's intense election campaign captured Donald Trump carefully adjusting Barron's tie. The scene highlighted a tender father-son bond and drew attention to the visual contrast between Trump's bold red tie and Barron's elegant one, a symbol of their distinct styles. Even as a child, Barron displayed maturity in his fashion choices. According to Melania, he disliked casual sweatpants and instead preferred wearing suits. While he enjoys dressing sharply, Melania noted that Barron reserves suits for special days, just like his father. A fan of golf, Barron also frequently donned simple yet sophisticated golf-inspired outfits, combining his love for the sport with his signature refined style. Excellence in security and elite education. From a young age, Barron Trump benefited from a carefully crafted education, guided by his mother, Melania Trump. A hands-on parent with impeccable attention to detail, Melania ensured Barron not only pursued his interests, but also became fluent in English and Slovenian, her native language. This bilingual upbringing reflects both his intelligence and the rich multicultural environment he was raised in. Barron started his academic journey at Columbia Grammar and Preparatory School, one of the most prestigious and expensive private schools in the U.S., with tuition at $47,000 per year. Known for its rigorous curriculum and diverse community, the school provided Barron with a foundation for excellence while allowing him to establish his own identity beyond being Donald Trump's son. After Donald Trump's election in 2016, Barron moved to St. Andrew's Episcopal School in 2017, where he stayed until 2021. With middle school tuition around $38,590 annually, the school offered a secure and nurturing environment, complete with sprawling green spaces and the constant presence of Secret Service agents. St. Andrews focused on holistic education, balancing academic rigor with character development, emphasizing respect, responsibility, and compassion. In 2018, Melania revealed Barron's love for sports, particularly soccer. A dedicated Arsenal fan, he played for the U12 teams of DC United and Arlington Soccer Association. During the COVID-19 lockdowns, Donald Trump shared that Barron felt restless, missing his time on the field. Fans couldn't help but notice Barron's sporty side, often spotting him wearing New Balance sneakers. Donald Trump has proudly called Barron a computer genius, though Melania confirmed in 2018 that Barron avoids social media, finding little interest in it. However, some reports suggest he might secretly enjoy K-pop and anime, reflecting his quieter, more personal hobbies. In 2021, Barron enrolled at Oxbridge Academy, a prestigious private school in West Palm Beach, with a rigorous college preparatory program, diverse extracurricular options, and a focus on community engagement. Tuition exceeded $40,000 per year, and the school enforced strict privacy agreements to protect Barron's life on campus. While there, Barron dedicated himself to academics, sports like golf, and personal growth, maintaining a low profile. After graduating in May 2024, the Trump family began exploring university options for Barron. Through it all, he's grown into a young man balancing privilege, ambition, and a sense of self in a life few could imagine. The legacy of unmatched family values. While being the child of a U.S. president certainly comes with its privileges, Barron Trump has grown up in a disciplined and structured environment shaped by his parents' strong values. Living in the White House meant following strict rules, constant supervision, limited freedom, and little room for error. These boundaries helped Barron develop resilience and focus on personal growth, rather than relying on his family's name for attention. Melania Trump, who gave birth to Barron at 35, took a hands-on approach to raising her son. Despite the family's immense wealth, she chose not to hire a team of nannies, opting instead to care for him herself. In public, she was often seen holding his hand and shielding him from the media's glare. Melania has always emphasized the importance of instilling strong values, knowing the profound impact her parenting would have on Barron's future. As a former model and advocate for children, Melania shared her parenting philosophy about the responsibility to guide children before they reach adulthood and provide the support and tools they need to. She also spoke openly about discussing the dangers of drugs with Barron, about how harmful drugs can be. Donald Trump shares a similar parenting philosophy. Known for his disciplined lifestyle, he instilled in his children a 3-no's rule: no drugs, no alcohol, no cigarettes. He repeated it so many times that his children used to beg him to stop talking about it. "I teach him, Barron, I try to explain how drugs are dangerous. It will mess up your head, it will mess up your body. and nothing positive comes of it. Trump's own commitment to discipline is reflected in his health. In 2015, his physician Harold Bornstein famously declared that Trump would be the healthiest individual ever elected to the presidency. Trump credits his health to his lifelong adherence to self-control and faith. Both Donald and Melania agree that children should be allowed to make mistakes as long as they learn from them. This combination of discipline, faith, and life lessons has shaped Barron's upbringing. His parents' commitment to fostering values and resilience has helped Barron grow into a grounded and capable young man, even within the extraordinary privilege of his upbringing. The rising power of the Trump dynasty. According to the Daily Mail, Barron Trump may be quietly stepping into the political spotlight. Though he's never made a public statement, the youngest son of President Donald Trump is reportedly a dedicated supporter of his father's 2024 presidential campaign. At just 18, Barron has even hinted at an interest in following in his father's footsteps one day. Barron is taller than his father, and incredibly sharp for someone his age. He's more interested in politics than people realize. If he chooses to pursue it, I see all the qualities of a future president. Why not? He's got the Trump genes, an insider shared. Barron is said to be growing more comfortable with the idea of taking on a bigger role in his father's ambitions, much like his older siblings Ivanka, Donald Jr., Eric, and Tiffany. Melania Trump, ever the protective mother, continues to shield Barron from unnecessary attention while giving him the space to become his own person. When he was younger, Melania kept him out of the public eye, and we knew very little about his daily life, the source explained. Now, he's making more of his own decisions. He's becoming more independent and visible, and even inviting people to dinners. In April, Barron hosted Iranian-American entrepreneur Patrick Bet-David for dinner at Mar-a-Lago. Bet-David, a prominent business leader, praised Barron's intellect, humor, and composure. He's sharp, funny, sarcastic, and strong, not someone who gets pushed around easily, Bet-David remarked on his podcast. He also described Barron as polite, humble, and engaging, qualities that left a strong impression. During the dinner, Barron reportedly opened up about the constant scrutiny he faces. "Coming after me is fair game. I don't care. Go ahead and do it. They've done it to every kid," he said, showing remarkable poise about media attention. The dinner included notable guests, including Colby Covington, entrepreneur Justin Waller, and Barron's best friend, Bo Ludon. A photo from the evening showed Barron towering over the group, dressed impeccably in a suit and tie. Bo, the son of Dr. Gina Loden, a prominent conservative commentator, and former Missouri State Senator John Loden, is also an outspoken Trump supporter and social media personality with 148,000 followers on Instagram. Bo and Barron are inseparable, a source noted. They're full of energy and determined to make a mark on the world. Barron's quiet but significant steps into the political sphere are gaining momentum. Recently, his name appeared among the 41 Florida delegates for the Republican National Convention in July, a promising sign for someone showing early interest in leadership. What's next for Barron Trump? Will he take on a larger role in politics or even follow in his father's footsteps? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to Billionaire Dynasty for more updates. See you next time.